anything? Or can anything be seen, I should say? I wonder if I flip it. No, I go like that. Okay. Over here. So I'm just making some soup. It's Saturday morning. I haven't made soup for a long time. It's getting chilly and it's easy for like, you know, lunch and stuff and lazy Saturday lunches and so on. So yeah, I'm just making some soup right now. Let me see if I can share this out before I... Okay, so yeah, I just share the live. So yeah, I'm just making some soup. I'm making a squash and chickpea soup. So I'm just going to be chopping and probably not really paying it too much attention right now. So yeah, I'm just going to turn the camera back. So far I've chopped up some celery, tomato. I'm just going to do a little bit of onion. And I lost a piece. That's okay. I just cleaned my floor, so everything's good. Let's chop that up. And this is a rough chop. I'm not doing everything super fine. I kind of like a more rustic soup anyways. So and you can use as much tomato, whatever as you want. Tomato, celery, onion. You don't have to do anything if you don't want it. I don't have garlic right now, but that's okay. Just a piece of leftover carrot that I had sitting. I just want to use up. Chop that up. I'm trying to slice off my hands. Anyway, and if you want to do just a rough chop or not, small, if you want to dice. Like I said, you know, as long as they're relatively even, that's pretty much all that matters. I haven't decided if I want to do put some potatoes in it or not. I don't know yet. I might do it at the last minute. But anyway, so the rest of my carrots, and I'm going to add those to my little plate. Welcome in if anybody's watching. Hello, hello. Okay, and then I just had some chickpeas that I did from the dried chickpeas, and I boiled them, and I put this is like a cup, but a little less than 2 cups, like a cup and 3/4 of chickpeas, these are cooked and ready to go. I had some stock, some chicken stock, in the freezer again. The freezer saved my butt. And then I had a squash, butternut squash again. I kept it raw and cubed it and in the freezer. So some ingredients are fresh and some are frozen. Got some herbs, fresh herbs from the grocery store. So I'm going to throw a little bit of these in there, and then just salt, pepper, bay leaves, and all that stuff. So pretty much everything that I want is ready to go. So we're just going to move over to the stove now. We're going to turn this on to medium high. You don't have to add oil. I make soup all the time without adding extra oil. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I have coconut oil. You can use coconut oil, grapeseed oil. Some people are against seed oils. Some people are not. Use what works for you. And I have some more coconut oil, but I don't think I'll need it. I think I have enough of what I need from this one. So I'm going to scoop out like it's not even a full tablespoon in there. Soups are so easy. You can make it, tailor it to your own taste. Control the sodium. It's basically about tailoring it to your own taste. Control the sodium, control the fat, and and my hands are clean. Before anybody freaks out, my hands are clean. I'm at home. I don't use gloves because I'm at home, unless I'm touching like things with, like, for example, with like turmeric. Then let me flip it back here for a second. Yeah, I don't really use gloves at home unless I'm touching things like turmeric, because I don't want it'll stain your fingers and your nails yellow. Like if I'm marinating meat and I'm thinking I'll use gloves, but otherwise, as long as you're washing your hands, you don't need gloves. It's not a big deal. I know some people freak out. Why are you not wearing gloves? It's like, people are at home. Even 4- and 5-star restaurants do not use gloves. Gloves doesn't mean clean. Unless you have a cut on your hand, which should be in a professional kitchen. If you have a cut, you put the bandage on, then you put a finger glove or a whole glove, because hygiene and biohazard-ish things. But otherwise, people in kitchens don't use gloves. It's not really the norm, and it's not a health requirement. Clean hands, a clean environment, clean tools, clean station, that's a requirement. So I always kind of like to say that when it comes to food stuff, because I have older videos, not lives, but just older videos, and people are like, where are your gloves? Where are your gloves? And it's like, you don't need gloves. And I'm kind of a little passionate about that. Also because I not only have I worked in like the food environment, food kitchens, I'm still kind of involved in food, but not with food anymore. I'm behind the scenes in the food industry. And I also, like, I grew up with, my mom was a professional chef and baker. My stepdad was a professional chef and baker. So I got the rules and regulations from them from a small child, like, learning how to chop with knives properly, learning how to sharpen knives properly, learning how to, your kitchen should be clean before you start, and food safety and meat and preparation and all that stuff. So, yeah, I promise I'm not talking out of my behind. Anyway, let's go back to the soup. So I'm just going to flip the camera back, and the oil is melted. Like I said, like a little less than a tablespoon of coconut oil in my stainless steel pot. So let's turn that back around. Okay. Let me just find my bay leaves. So anyway, we're going to start browning our onions and our celery first. Let that go for a couple minutes. That's kind of dark. Sorry guys, I'll work on the lighting. I'm also in a new apartment, so the lighting, I'm still trying to figure out the lighting, and I may have to get new light bulbs, or maybe just do a different angle. I'm not sure yet. And while that's going, I'm going to look for my, let me see if I can flip this, if the lighting's better on that side. A little bit. Not really, but you know. Anyway, good enough. Let me look for my bay leaf. I like to drop a nice bay leaf in my soup, any soups or stews. It's a nice flavor. I got a nice big bag. That's lasting forever because I literally use like 1 or 2 bay leaves at a time. So I'm not going to put that in quite yet, but you can see how these are huge. Like, look at the size of this thing. So I'm just going to put that aside for now. Also going to be using, oh, I forgot I bought some garlic powder, so I'll add it in a little later, not now. Forgot I bought garlic powder. And I try and buy organic when I can, not always, but if I can, and these are on sale, so I got that organic garlic powder. No salt in it. Where's my pepper? Oh yeah, and then fresh ground pepper. I prefer fresh ground pepper because I think just the flavor is better than the stuff that's pre-ground. I think it's just the pre-ground stuff has lost so much flavor, and oftentimes they mix it with like fillers. So I'm just gonna go in and hopefully I don't drop my phone in anything. I don't know, I think the lighting, even though it's still dark, was a little better on the other side. Sorry guys, let me flip back. A little better. And then I added my tomatoes. Just one plum tomato. Just let that go for a couple minutes. And then, is my kettle hot? I always like to have a kettle of hot water when I'm cooking, whether I'm doing soups. Let me flip back to my face. Yeah, so I always like to have a kettle of hot water, whether I'm making soups, stews, anything that's coming to a boil or hot, just so even if anything's in the oven, so if you need to add a little more water, oh sorry, hello Dream Life, just if I'm doing anything that is already hot, I don't want to put cold water in because you're going to slow down the cooking process, and then it'll just take longer to get back up to the temperature that it was at. And then sometimes with meat, if you're adding cold water into meat that's already hot in the oven or on the stove, it can kind of like make it seize up and tighten it and make it a little tougher. So I always like to have a hot kettle going when I'm cooking. If I need to add more water, then it's not going to slow everything down. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to add in my actually, I'm going to add in my, this is really loud, hold on. That's loud as heck. I don't know if you can hear me or not. So I'm going to add in my squash first because it's going to take a little longer because it's in bigger pieces before I add my carrots. I don't want the carrots to get mushy before the squash is cooked. So I'm gonna add in my squash, add in my half frozen. If I, I could have put it in the microwave to have everything up to room temperature, but that's okay. Everything is not hot yet. So I'm gonna add in my squash, add in my chicken stock that I made a couple few weeks ago. I'm gonna fill up my water, the rest of water. That's what I'm trying to say. And then I'm going to start seasoning. So I'm going to add in my bay leaves now, because my stock is not seasoned. I don't generally add salt to my stock. So I'm going to add my pepper. And this is a mix of white and black peppercorns. So add as much as you want, or don't add it at all. That's up to you. I'm going to also add in that garlic powder, just a little bit. Actually, let me bump up that heat because I want it to come to a boil and then bring it down to a simmer. What else do I want to add? Oh yeah, a little bit of salt. And then I'm going to taste before everything is like kind of halfway through to make sure that everything is seasoned how we want it to be seasoned. Oh, and then I'm going to add my little bit of thyme. So I'm just going to like literally pull it off. Some people are very particular and they'll pick off every little tiny thing. I'm like, just call it rustic and call it a day. So I'm just going to strip off some thyme. You can use whatever herbs you want. If you have dried herbs, go ahead and throw in a nice heaping tablespoon of dried herbs. Remember, dried herbs are the flavor is concentrated, so you need a little bit less than if you're doing fresh herbs. Unless they're like really old, because I know some of us, we sometimes have a tendency to have dried herbs in our cupboard for years. So if they're old, they may not be as concentrated, but yeah, you can use get away with a little more fresh. And this is just fresh oregano. I'm just literally breaking it off. I'm not pulling it off and chopping it down to finite pieces. Anyway, you know what I mean. Not finite, that's not the word I wanted to use, but and okay. So what else did I want to use? Did I want to use anything else today? Sometimes I add a little bit of cumin. Sometimes I add a little bit of cinnamon, like if I'm doing like a sweet potato soup or a yam soup. But I don't think I'm going to add, I don't think I'm going to add that today. I think I'm going to kind of keep it a little basic. So that's got enough salt. Now, do I want to add a potato? You know, I think I might add a potato. I have a couple potatoes. I think I might chop these up. And dropping the potatoes all over the place. Rinse it off. Let's add those in. And I'm going to chop them small, like I'm going to chop them small-ish, like the, what do you call it, the carrots, so they can kind of cook at the same time. But yeah, we're just going to wait. I'm going to wait for those things to come up to a boil. Yeah, and if your potato has some little pieces, just cut off the piece and set it to the side. You don't have to throw out the whole potato. It happens. And then these are going to go in last because these are already fully cooked. These sweet potato or chickpeas. Let me get my cover and cover this up so it doesn't take forever. Yeah, let's just cover that up so it doesn't take forever to come back up to a boil, or to come to a boil rather. So yeah, just gonna get rid of all this stuff. So yeah, how is everybody this Saturday? What's happening? The soup you can, the kind you can eat. What kind of soup? Hello, hello, Chad. Get her done, AB, Gordy. Can I eat some? If you were here, and if you're a nice person, maybe. Yeah, I'm making a squash and chickpea soup, and then I'm adding also some carrots and some. At the last minute, I just decided to add some potato to it. So just a vegetable soup. It's got chicken stock as a base, and of course, garlic and onions, tomato, celery, bay leaf, salt, pepper. So basic, but yeah, soup is really good. Soup is really, really, it's just a really healthy option. If I'm really into one pot, one pan meals these days. I just don't have the time or the energy to do a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and then you can control how much nutrition. If you want to add meat, you can add meat. If you want to keep it vegetarian, just use vegetable stock. You can, add anything. If you have squash, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, you can do broccoli, you can do spinach, you can do kale, leek soup. You can do anything. Soup is limitless. You can do anything. And I had, oh yeah, also some fresh herbs that I got. And so I just added some fresh thyme and some oregano as well. So yeah, soup it's really hard. I think that's one of the basic things that everybody should be teaching their children before they leave home, especially these days where there's YouTube videos and cooking tutorials everywhere. Like there's literally no excuse to not teach your kids I think everybody should have 5 basic meals, whatever those are for you, 5 basic healthy meals that you can cook by yourself before you leave home. Like, ooh, spicy peppers would be nice. Spaghetti squash harvested. Ooh, nice. 4 different types of spicy peppers as well. Yeah, absolutely. That's one thing I miss. I just moved to a new place this end of the summer, so I didn't have a chance to do my little garden. But yeah, definitely. And I did try growing unsuccessfully, but I tried growing some of my own squash a couple summers ago. And I think I know what to do to make that successful again. So yeah, I actually look forward to growing my own vegetables and stuff. I know over the winter time, I'm in BC, so over the winter time, I can do because it doesn't get as cold as other parts of Canada. I can do like herbs and stuff, and I can do, even on our patio, I can do some, I think you can do kale and some hardier greens over the winter and fall. So we have some stuff planted to do. So yeah, I look forward to it. I love growing. I like gardening. I think it's fun, and when you can actually eat what you've harvested, 2 pots of kale in your kitchen, yes. I actually got a portable garden stand. It has like 1, 2, 3. I'm just looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, and planted some seeds for some kale and some mixed lettuce. And then I'm growing some other stuff. So yeah, I look forward to seeing what we could grow indoors this winter, fall, winter. Yeah, I think it's fun. I like gardening. Let me see how, oh, I just made a mess. I'm gonna turn the thing so you can see the, so I can get my big head and look at the pot. So yeah, this came to a boil already. And it was, and yeah, so it's starting to get nice and soft. So we're gonna add I'm going to add the carrots and the potato. And then this is going in last. And I'm actually gonna pop this in the microwave just for a few minutes because it's still kind of a little frozen. I don't want it to cool everything down. Let's give this a nice stir. Cover that back up. And then I'm going to wash out some of these dishes. Okay, good enough. And I love these storage bags. They're so hard to get. They're Rusby storage bags. They're not sponsored at all, but they keep things so fresh. Like I've cut avocado, tomatoes, and literally forgot about them for over a week, and then open up the bag and the avocado was still green. So cut and it didn't turn brown or get spots or anything. I don't know what the magic is in these bags. They're pricey, and they come in different sizes. They're pricey, but they work really, really well. Whether you keep things in the freezer or in the fridge. I think the last place I got them was through well.ca, but even they're always out of stock. Oh, my little tape, my label. I don't need that anymore. Anyway, that was exciting. I know, not really. Like I said, I'm not used to doing these lives. I used to make videos of cooking stuff all the time, but to do lives, I have to get used to doing them again because I actually like them. and like to show, you know, the basic stuff. Because I think cooking is a life skill that everybody should have. It's not just for, you know, moms or, for, you know, obviously if that's your profession, it's for everyone. Everybody should know how to cook. Oh yeah, like I was saying earlier, everybody should know how to cook like 5 dishes. I think that's really important. So whether it's like soup, a stew, you know, whatever your favorite starch is, whether it's potatoes, rice, pasta, you know how to cook that properly. If you like meat, you know how to cook a basic chicken dish, stew, chili, pasta dish. Everybody should know how to cook. Pick 5 of your favorite things that are relatively healthy, and get going on practicing. There's no excuse in 2025 to not know how to do that stuff. Military neighborhood with a bunch of raised bed trails. That is my dream. Yeah. When I have a house again, that's what I miss about having a house. I miss having a house because you can do all those raised beds, especially as you're getting older. So you don't have to bend down to the ground. They're, you know, at your waist level. More for long than a foot deep. Nice. Let's see how this actually is boiling away. Let's turn this way down. Actually, I like to do a little taste test, kind of going along just to make sure I don't have to adjust any seasonings. That's good. That's good. Just gonna partially cover that. Splatters all over. Chickpeas out so they're ready to go. I think it was like 45 seconds just to, so it's not ice cold, because it is still in the plastic bag, and I really shouldn't have put it in the microwave in the plastic bag, but I know you're not supposed to, but I did. Sorry, it was only 45 seconds. Oh yeah, I was gonna say about soup. Too, I find with soups and stews, I like doing them the day before. So whether it's in the morning or doing it like in the evening and then letting it sit in the fridge, and then it really brings out all the flavors and everybody kind of marries really, really well. And it just tastes way better. If you notice that too, whether it's like you're doing soups, stews, chilies, any kind of like curries, anything like that, they really just taste so much better the next day, I find. Anybody else agree, disagree? I think they taste really, really good the next day. And then let's see what else I'm cooking. I don't know if I want to do it now. You know what? I might as well do it now since I'm here and waiting for this soup to finish. Doesn't make any sense not to. I have some chicken. I'm gonna set my oven at 400. I have some chicken that I marinated yesterday, or was it Thursday night? Today's Saturday morning. Yeah, Thursday night I did it. What I'm also going to do, so I'm just going to, and this is just some chicken thighs, and it's got, I had some extra basil, so I just had basil, more thyme, more oregano, onions, paprika, garlic powder, Korean red pepper, black pepper, a little bit of salt. What else? I feel like I'm missing something. nutmeg, cinnamon. I'm Caribbean, by the way, so we do a lot of nutmeg and cinnamon in our meats. Jamaican on my dad's side, Guyanese on my mom's side, and born and raised in Canada. So a lot of my food is Caribbean based, not all. I do a lot of Canadian, North American food. I do other people's. Listen, to me, I don't care about where the food is from. If it tastes delicious, I'm eating it. I don't care where the food comes from. I learn how to make it properly from the culture, and then I go from there. Um, and then, oh yeah, then I had also some turmeric. So I'm just going to get out my pan and I'm going to put these in the oven and bake them. Um, so I have some protein. I don't know what else, because I have some sliced sweet potato in the oven. I don't know if I want to do all that right now. So I'm just going to bake this chicken now while I'm in the kitchen with the soup. Oh, I have some Brussels sprouts. I forgot about that. Anyway, one thing at a time. Let me get. Okay. Let me just. So just parchment paper. Again, you don't have to use oil or not, because I left a little bit of fat on the chicken thighs. I didn't take all the fat off completely, so some of the fat will render. So you don't really need it. And then, of course, the parchment paper is going to help it not stick. So yeah, very simple. Just lay out my chicken thighs. If you want to use chicken thighs with the bone, chicken thighs with the skin. Sometimes I like the skin because I like to let it get crispy. And that's like a bunch of herbs, that's all right. And then put all the rest of that spicy goodness and flavor. Flip that one around. And then I think I'm gonna put a couple because I have more potatoes out, so might as well use them. And just cut them up like that. Oh, that one's not good. Yuck. Okay, that's all right. So I'm just gonna dot them in between. So I can get them out. Okay. So back to this side. So yeah, the chicken is just on my pan. Just got some chicken. It's just the chicken thighs that have been marinated for since Thursday night. It's Saturday morning. I was really supposed to cook it last night, but anyway, the fridge is cold. It's seasoned, so it's fine. And then my soup, which is squash. It has squash, butternut squash, carrots, white potato, and it's going to have chickpeas when this is almost done because the chickpeas are already cooked. They were just popped in the freezer, so we're just going to add that when everything is nice and tender on this side. So let me check again, see what's happening. Yeah, the squash is done. Potatoes. Oh, yep. Almost done. Maybe like, I don't know. Let's do 8 more minutes. And then I'm still preheating the oven for the chicken. I'm doing these at 400. And normally I like to, when I'm doing chicken, I like to take it out and have it come to room temperature. Unless it's the summer. Summer's a little different than just take it like 10 minutes before if your house is really hot, but it's cold now. So I like to pull it out room temperature and then put it in the preheated oven because the oven's going to be hot, but if the center is kind of cold, it just takes longer. And then, you can have uneven temperature, uneven cooking, especially if it has bone and skin and all that stuff, but this is boneless. So anyway, we'll work it out. It'll be fine. I don't worry about my chicken being dry. That's why it's really important to marinate it. That helps it not be dry. And then I think I have literally a few little Brussels sprouts left over from last weekend. So I think I'm going to add these in towards the end of the, like halfway through cooking. I'm going to add the rest of these handful of Brussels sprouts in. Because why not? I love Brussels sprouts. They're so good. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, that's pretty much my Saturday morning. Here it's still, what time is it? I don't even know what time it is. It's still morning here. We're Pacific Standard Time, so I'm in Metro Vancouver, so it's nice that it's so early. I think after this, I have to, or I want to, I don't have to, but I want to get my, because I think finally the hot weather snaps that we were getting like up to 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Yeah, 3 weeks ago was our last hot weather snap of weather here. So I can safely put away my summer clothes. So I'm going to pack my summer clothes away and start, what do you call it? Pack my summer clothes away and start pulling out my winter clothes, see if anything needs to get re-washed. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah. Anyone doing anything exciting on this Saturday? Cooking anything? Are you making any soups? And let me know, what are your favorite soups to eat or make, both? Yeah, I'm interested to know. I'm always looking for good ideas in the kitchen. As always, I think it's really important to keep your mind open, even if you have your favorites, even if you know what you're doing. It's always really, really important. And I think in life in general, just to keep your options open and just see what else. It's like, oh, I never thought of using this herb or this spice or making it this way. So yeah, let me know if there's anyone making anything, any soups, stews, chilies, casseroles. It was casserole season too. Soup season, casserole season, chili season, stew season. I love fall. Fall is my favorite time of year. The food is good. The fashion is good. I love the fashion. You don't have to worry about bugs flying in your face anymore. I love it. And then fall out here in BC, it's not extreme because I'm originally from Ontario, and so I'm used to much harsher winter. So even if it snows for a couple weeks here, it's like meh, it's no big deal. It's very mild compared to back home. So I'm actually enjoying the falls and winter because fall and winter kind of, well, fall is just winter here. It's not really, really winter for most of the technical winter. Oh, so my oven is ready, so I'm going to go ahead and put in. Yep, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven. My oven went off, and actually I'm going to add a little touch of water, even though it might drip off the pan because I didn't do off the parchment because I didn't cover the whole pan. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna put this in the oven, and then I'm gonna add. Almost forgot to add my chickpeas. So let's add those in. Almost forgot. I think I might just finish cooking this, let it cool off. I don't think I'm going to eat it until tomorrow. I really don't think so. Because I want all of those herbs, all the, the bay leaf and the oregano and the thyme and the garlic and the onions and everything. I really want it to kind of, marry over the overnight. So I think I'm going to leave this. Let me cover this back up so it can come to a quick boil again, and then I'm just going to let it simmer for like another 6 or 7 minutes ish. And then I'm going to set my timer for my chicken so I don't forget either. I mean, I'm not going to forget, but so let's just do 25 minutes for now. I know we probably need a little bit more time, but I'm just going to do that for now. And then, where is that? Oh shoot, turned off my oven by accident when I do the timer. That's alright. Let's write that down. Okay. There we go. Still trying to learn this timer on this oven. Yeah, so yeah. I think as soon as the soup is done, I'm going to end the live. Because it's just chicken cooking. It's nothing. I think I might do a dedicated video another day, maybe next weekend, where I do the chicken and then do like sides and all that stuff, and do other vegetables in dedicated video. Because I was just mainly kind of just planning on doing the soup today, but that's okay. That's how we figure out these lives. I don't really know what I'm doing on these lives and whatever, so I'll figure it out one by one. Let's see. Is this it going to boil? Come on. I know, a pot, what is it? They say a pot, no, a watched pot never boils or something is the saying. So I want it to boil, so it's not going to. And I didn't need this coconut oil, so I'm going to put this back. This is like my favorite brand of coconut oil. I only buy it on sale because it's pretty expensive. It's Nutiva. It's a Canadian company, and I think they source it like, yeah, the coconut, because we don't grow coconuts in Canada. or coconut trees, I think, in Canada. I saw somebody had palm trees in Canada, so I guess maybe somebody can grow them indoors. Anyway, going off point, coconuts are not Canadian, but the company is Canadian, so the coconuts are sourced from the Philippines. But this is my favorite brand of coconut oil, and you can get it organic, virgin. You can get it in, I think they have a couple different flavors, like mixed with like olive oil or mixed with ghee, I think. Like they have a couple different varieties of it, and they have like the big tins, like big 2 liter containers of coconut oil. But yeah, I like this. I cook with it. You can use it on your skin. You can eat it. Um, yeah, so this is my favorite brand. Again, not sponsored, but I like to support as many Canadian companies as I can because this is my country, and why would I not want to support as many companies, businesses, Canadian, that I can? Oh, that's coming to a boil. There we go. Perfect. Let's flip this back. Okay, so let's set up to a boil. And then bring it right down to a simmer. And everything is good. Oh, you know what? Oh, I'm excited. I know how good this is going to be the next day, so I'm going to let myself wait. But I'm just going to do a little... Oh. No, I don't want to read. Hold on. Did this... Am I back? I was trying to do something, and I think I was trying to flip my screen, and it ended it. And then so I just wanted to do a quick video to say I'm sorry. But anyway, I'm going to end it now. I was just trying to show, do like a last taste test before I ended today's streaming of what did I do today? I did a carrot, sweet potato, squash, potato soup. And I just was literally wanting to do a last taste test before I shut it off. But thank you so much for anyone for joining, and I will do my best to come back next weekend and we'll do something else. Okay. Have a great Saturday. Now let's see if I can end it properly this time.